Hey, how you doing, guys? It's ZDEyE here. So today I just needed to talk about this game because at first when I saw this, I'll be honest, okay? At first I saw just a thumbnail, I didn't bother even clicking on the video, and I saw a lot of a spark within this game, for example, that a lot of people were really hyped up and looking forward to this. And so I just, I just decided to look at it and see and judge it for myself what I was expecting out of this game. Because let me tell you guys, what the presentation and the gameplay, mind you, that has been showcased here is not necessarily going to be the end build. Basically, if you guys did not know, this game is still far ways off till its release. The presentation and the mechanics and everything and the showcase visualizations basically is here to sell just that more developers will be, more talented developers, mind you, will be able to go ahead and, join the studio so all of them could create this game. Now, and like I said, right, there's a lot of things that are subject to change. So don't expect this to be one-on-one point presentation. It really is never like this in any video games. Alright, now, this thing I got out the way, but from the presentation in which you're seeing right now in front of you, I simply was blown the fuck away. I could not believe that this is what they're striving to do. Until, mind you, it's not a bad thing, until I have heard and read the background of this studio and what they've been doing previously. It is insane. How are they making this marginal step, major step, my apologies, is incredible. Very well done, seriously. If that's exactly how it's going to be more or less in the gameplay when it does release in a couple of years. And anyway, so basically there's a Twitter, the guy's name is Daniel Ahmad. Check him out. He actually has talked a lot about this game and gave us a presentation, a bit of a knowledge regarding the studio and how they came up with this vision of this game. So anyway, here's the look at the Black Myth Wukong, a new single-player action-adventure RPG game developed by Chinese indie studio, Game Science Studio. It is based on Journey to the West mythology. The game is planned to release for PC and the consoles and using the Unreal Engine 4. No release date as of yet. So again, guys, I don't believe this is going to be coming in even... I don't think it will even come out in 2 years. I'll say it will come out maybe 3 minimum years extra that they'll definitely need. I personally think so. And plus, if you want to make a game just like this, what they have showcased here, take as much time as you need. Okay, but please not 10 years though. And anyway, so Daniel Ahmad also continues and in the Twitter, and he talks a lot about this game. It's very interesting, I personally think so, especially if you're looking forward to this game. Going to do a quick thread on this game and the studio behind it, for those interested and for those writing about it. The developers is Game Science Studio, which was founded in June 2014 by the ex-Tencent game staff. So, makes sense. A lot of times it happens like this. But anyway, we shall continue. Prior to the studio founding, some of the staff worked at the Tencent's Quantum Studio on a game called Asura. It was essentially a Journey to the West themed MMORPG for PC that aimed to become a hit for the company. Ultimately, it ended up underperforming. Some devs that worked on Asura left Tencent to form Game Science Studio in June 2014. The studio currently has locations in Shenzhen and Hangzhou. They first worked on the free-to-play mobile RPG card game called 100 Heroes that was published by the NetEase in 2015. Their second game was Art of War: Red Tides, as a free-to-play multiplayer strategy game that launched on the PC and the mobile. First on the PC in 2016 and then on the mobile in 2017, published by the Hero Interactive. The company has also been working on a successor for this game, but it's under wraps right now. At the end of 2017, they started to note that conditions were right for the Chinese developers to enter the premium games market as platforms like Steam had become popular. They looked to create a premium AAA style game that could usher in a new era of premium Chinese games. Hangzhou was chosen as the new location for studio focusing on the premium games, while Shenzhen focused on the existing mobile PC, free-to-play games projects. drawing inspiration from Asura, the game they worked on at Tencent. They started work on a new game based on a journey to the west. Has been more than 2 years since the planning and the development started, originally with 13 devs in the first year and wrapped up to around 30 this year. They played games such as the God of War, Monster Hunter World and Sekiro during the development, learning from each title. Alright, that's actually excellent inspirations. The gameplay demo showcased today is the result of 2+ years of the development learning the Unreal Engine 4, implementing new processes. It is still far from the completion, and the aim now is to perfect what they have been able to showcase across a full-length game that is worth the asking price. Alright, I respect that, and I was already expecting this too. The team is currently hiring 19 new devs and will probably hire more after too. My personal estimate is that this game is still 2+ years out in minimum. Yes, I agree. I actually said the same thing, so yes, I agree. The studio will probably look for funding, publishers to work with too. Hopefully it is a success. Definitely agreed. Okay, so in this thread I will be getting into a little bit more personal for the developers. So anyway, Feng Shi Yokar is, I'm so sorry about the butchering names, I'm so sorry guys, is the founder of the game science studio. He joined Tencent in 2007 and worked on Asura. Ultimately, he wanted to work on a premium AAA games rather than the online free-to-play MMO, so left in 2014 to fund this new company. The person in charge of the art is Yang Qi, also the co-founder. He was also at the Tencent and worked on Asura. Now, he graduated from the China Academy of Art and is responsible for a lot of the creative design in the game. So yes, that's pretty awesome, and he actually gave us a little bit of a showcase of the more like an art style of the characters and the environment view too. Now, so far as we're watching this gameplay, it simply looks fantastic. A lot of inspiration, has a bit of Sekiro, definitely you can see that. You can see a little bit of Dark Souls types in here too. And the God of War, a lot of inspiration with the beauty of the look and the seamlessness as well. But there's extra gimmicky stuff too, not necessarily a bad thing, it really is not. I personally don't think so anyway. But like for example, you become some kind of bee or fly, whatever, and then you can transform, go to a different area or location. So it does look like it's going to be a fantastic game, but God, please make sure to take all the time you need just to be sure that the game is fantastic and ends up being fantastic. And if the game does come out, let's say in 3 years from now, well, yeah, you can definitely expect this to come out on the PlayStation 5, the Series X, and of course the PC too. Since it is going to be considered as a AAA standard of the game, it is going to be very exciting. Now, I definitely wanted to touch on a few other tidbits of gameplay elements in this. I've noticed, especially fighting the bosses, or boss, mind you, one full-fledged out boss that they have showcased here, looks very, very good, very stylish, very effective, heavy, and with the visuals, and I think it's a very well done. I've noticed, for example, like the, the presentation and how the bosses react, and basically when they try to hit you or knock you over or whatever. But I did notice maybe one little gripe. I don't necessarily think it is I don't think it is really a gripe from my part. It's the flinching. Basically, when you do hit the enemies, it feels like you don't really hit them, but instead you more like kind of give them a soft punch, if that makes sense, right? So they don't really flinch. Maybe they should concentrate on more on a feedback as well on the element of this. But I don't know, because like I could be wrong about this too, because mind you, maybe that's the way that they wanted to go for this game. Again, this is not a bad thing, it's just maybe their creative division that they have, thought through that this will be the best idea to go with. Noticing a lot of elements, for example, some kind of ninja tools and stuff like that, like fire elements, and you can equip in your weaponries. And then, as an example as well, I've just noticed that there's some kind of shadow clone ninja, shadow clone jutsu as well, and a lot of inspiration probably taken from Naruto as well. But it makes sense why. But still, that's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be very exciting to give. Man, I really hope the way it comes out and that it is just going to be just like that, more or less. It's gonna be very exciting. Alright guys, well, hopefully you're excited as I am for this game, and hopefully it's going to be a game that we see here, but even more. And that's gonna be very, very interesting. Alright, well then, thank you so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. See you guys all later. Have a wonderful day. And as always, have a good one.